Hello, Catamounts. My name is Alexander Hoffman, and this is Chats with Cats presented by WeTV. In this series, we've been interviewing some of our amazing student athletes here at Western Carolina University. Today's guest is Marie Harris of the track and field team. How are you, Marie?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well. So we'll go ahead and get right into the interview. Go ahead and please introduce yourself. Tell us a little bit about yourself and what you do on the track and field.
My name is Marie Harris. I'm from Atlanta, Georgia. I'm a sophomore here, and I do the 400 hurdles.
Nice. So if you don't mind, could you share a memorable moment from your athletics career so far at Western?
Probably making it to finals at conference as a freshman. Probably to make it.
What keeps you motivated to get up for track each day?
My team. We're very much cheering each other on and friends with each other, and we're all going for the same goal. We all want to win conference. We all want to get a medal. So honestly, just showing up to practice and cheering everyone on, seeing smiles on everyone's face.
Yeah, for sure. And that kind of goes along really well with a common theme in a lot of the interviews is the family feel within the teams, and our athletes talk about that a lot. So I was going to ask, how does that look on your team?
We're very much supportive. We're very much there for everyone. We all go to church together. We all eat together. We do Bible study together. It's very much like they'll pick you up if you're down. If you need a shoulder to cry on, they're there for you. It's just a very supportive team.
Yeah, that's kind of been something that I think is pretty cool to see with how many athletes are really in the track and field.
Yeah.
It's a lot of you.
We have 98 this year.
Wow.
So it's a lot of people to keep you up, and it can also be a lot of friends you can make.
Yeah, that's a good way to look at it for sure.
Yeah.
And kind of moving away from the athlete side more to the student side, because these interviews are a lot more than just you as an athlete. It's also you as a student. So what are you studying and what made you choose that program?
I'm studying forensics anthropology, and I chose it because I've always wanted to be like a crime scene investigator / like cop and interested in law enforcement. And we have the forest here, which is a body decomposition facility, and it's a great experience to be able to go to that and be hands-on.
Yeah, it's definitely a very unique experience to be able to go and use that facility. It's also a unique major among our student athletes that we have.
It is, yes.
But how do you manage your time between academics and athletics?
Focusing a lot on time management, focusing a lot on an organized schedule, making sure I have 30 minutes. I need to get food. I need to study for this long. I'm very type A person. Everything needs to be organized, or else I can get lost in the chaos of running around from practice to treatment to class. And managing social life too. You just have to really stay organized and be productive in the time you have.
Yeah, and there's a lot to balance. I feel like especially with a more science-based major too.
This semester is definitely hard.
Yeah. As a student athlete, not only is there a lot to consider physically, there's also a huge mental aspect, especially with track being often a more individual sport. I kind of wanted to hear your take on that.
So I'm very open with my struggles of mental health because I think it needs to be more talked about through student athletes, especially in the NCAA. I know friends who have lost their lives to mental health, and I have friends who have lost friends themselves. So definitely being there for someone, knowing that it's not just you who goes through battles, but other people. You never know what someone goes through. They might be acting the way they are because of a battle they're fighting. So just trying to always be the light in someone's life because everyone already has enough darkness. You can just really be there to open up and talk to someone, be a shoulder to cry on. We just need more of that, and just being open with people, being able to open up on your experience, and hopefully that will help them be able to be more open with theirs.
Yeah, and I think you definitely made a good point that it does need to be kind of talked about a lot more among student athletes because there's so many things that go into your schedules. It's very intensive, and so that doesn't get looked at.
And I would say now with the NIL and the roster cuts coming, mental health has taken a huge toll on the NCAA in the past couple of years from what I have noticed. So I do think it needs to be talked about more.
Yeah, absolutely. And for those at Western, there are resources if you are going through anything. There's CAPS that you can reach out to, counseling and psychological services, and equivalent resources at other universities as well. But kind of going into our next question, how has being a student athlete overall shaped your college experience so far?
My dad always tells me you need to get out of the athlete bubble. It was I have 98 people on my team. I have study hall hours with all of the athletes. I have FCA with mostly athletes, but you need to be able to make that change of going outside of the athlete bubble to go to clubs or go to hobbies, go to the CRC, make friends who also work out, who aren't on a club, go to intramurals. So you just have to be willing to make other friends, honestly. Like my dad has always said, go outside of the athlete bubble. So I've really tried to do that.
Yeah, for sure. And we are going to move into our lightning round, just 4 short little questions with some short little answers from you. So what has been your favorite class at Western so far?
Intro to Forensics Anthropology.
Awesome. Do you have any pre-match rituals or superstitions?
I wear the same 2 sports bras, and I have to have an energy drink.
There you go. Do you have a favorite sports team outside of Western?
Probably Tennessee or UMiami.
Okay. And what is your favorite post-game meal?
Probably watermelon or strawberries. I'm not really hungry after a meal.
There you go. And to kind of close out the interview altogether, what is the best advice you've received as a student athlete? You kind of touched on that already, but and what advice would you give to incoming student athletes?
Best advice I received was probably from my gymnastics coach when I was like 9, is go for gold. I wasn't spending 25 hours in the gymnastics gym to go for 8th place. I don't spend 20 hours a week training to go for bronze. You wake up and you have a goal. That goal is to go for gold because you want to achieve the best. My advice for incoming student athletes would be just keep an open mind. Like your teammates, they're there for you, but you also have a whole campus to discover your people on.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Thank you for that advice for all of our incoming student athletes. That is going to close out the interview today. So thank you, Marie, for coming on the show.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. We'll see you next time, and go Caps.